Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Aaron Sampson from GameSpot with some tips and tricks for attackers on Operation Metro. This guide is based on the Battlefield 3 beta, which is an unfinished product, and assumes that the attacking and defending teams are equally skilled. And yes, I also use multiple matches to illustrate these points. You may have asked yourself going into Metro, where are the vehicles? This is Battlefield? We talked to devs at a recent press event who explained that they pulled the APC seen here in earlier trailers due to balance issues. So let's get into a small arms conflict. As an attacker on this map, start as recon and go like hell for the closer crate B down by the radar dish. Leave your sniper rifle behind and go with a silenced general purpose weapon like the PP-2000. Traditional sniping on the attacking side will often stall momentum and you're not reducing defenders' tickets, so racking up your own crazy high kill to death ratio is kind of pointless. The sniper carries the mobile spawn point, and it can be placed on the ground almost anywhere except right next to crates. This mobile spawn point will let your squad pop out of thin air wherever you place it, and keep up your momentum even if every last one of you is massacred on the first wave in. Save your assault medic till later in the round, and mostly if you're losing and need to reclaim tickets or shore up a firing line. More often than not, you can get to the closer crate and arm it before the defending team rolls in. Once the crate's armed, if you haven't been spotted yet, move to the defender side of the crate and go prone in the shrubbery. Prone isn't just a thing in Battlefield 3 now, it often is Battlefield 3. Watch as freaked out defenders rush past you, not taking the time to properly clear the area, and laugh gleefully as you shoot them in the back. If you have the PP-2000 with a silencer, as I mentioned earlier, your shenanigans won't appear on the tactical map of your enemy, and you can probably hold out till the MCOM's destroyed. If it turns out you were spotted arming the MCOM, get back to the satellite dish truck, go prone, and fire underneath it as defenders appear. Don't fire until the defenders are busy disarming the MCOM though, you'll live longer. Did the crate go boom? By now there should be a raging firefight going on all around you, and there's also probably recon class defenders with proper sniper rifles to your right across the lake. Just ignore them. They're pesky and they'll kill you, but not effectively enough to stop you from arming the next crate. It has low retaining walls surrounding it, and you can go prone to get away from sniper fire. Moving on. Let's say your team was coordinated enough to take out that first objective. I only say this because if they aren't, there's nothing I can really say that's going to help you. Battlefield is not a solo sport. With both objectives taken out, move as far up as you can until you get the turn back soldier message. There'll be one or two straggler defenders to take care of, most likely on the wings of the first area. As soon as you're cleared to go, go you must. If you give defenders time to set up at the mouth of the tunnel to the subway, you will lose a crazy number of tickets breaking in. If you're still recon, get as far as you can and drop another spawn point. Note there are multiple entrances into the subway. If you're tired of playing recon, then pick your most effective class and go for it. Usually defenders will not be able to cover all three channels and will leave one of them open. Each of the side channels, once inside of the subway, are also subdivided by subway cars that you can use to conceal your movement. As you go, think about light. If you're in it and the defenders are not, you're probably going to die. You want to be in the dark and shoot into light areas. And turn off those loud flashlights unless you're in close quarters combat. It just screams, "Hello, I'm flanking you now. Watch me flank you." Only turn the flashlight on when you anticipate close range combat, in which case, blind the hell out of your enemies. Personally, I like going left and trying to get behind the defending team. Now hook around and arm the MCOM at the center of the train station. But before you do, shoot out a bathroom stall. Remember what I said earlier about defenders freaking out at the sound of an MCOM siren and not conducting a proper search for your whereabouts? It still applies. Arm the crate and hide in a stall. If you waited patiently for defenders to start disarming the crate before you shoot them with silenced weapons, good for you. If you died, at least you probably took the focus off the entrance of the tunnels and gave your team permission to come in. Once that central objective is destroyed, rake the next objective to the right of the map with lots of fire, or even better, rockets. It's surrounded with wooden boards that don't stop lead. If your team's having a hard time with the next objective, try hooking over the top of the subway via the stairs. Once the second objective is taken out, get to the third area by going right. Trust me, the escalators at the center of the map are a kill zone at the beginning of this section. You can sneak through later in the match as a lone recon, in which case plant your spawn point in the ticket booth in the middle of the map. Back to the right side. Establish a firebase on the stairwell. This is a great time to be a combat medic. Get a lot of grenades and fire into the room to your right. The front walls of the room are destructible if defenders are using them as effective cover. When you get to the hallway, go prone and lay down a hail of fire. Assume defenders are doing the same at the end of the hall inside the kiosk. Win the prone war and get objective B armed. After arming the crate, move back into the room and watch as a hail of rockets and grenades sail in. If you stayed out there, you're probably dead now. A good place to set up to defend your armed MCOM is in the door jamb at the end of the hall. If you have a bipod, now's a great time to use it. If you're a recon, get to that spawn point in the ticket booth. Go prone at the door and shoot fools in the back as they run to disarm the MCOM. Did B go boom? If you're still alive, turn around and assault the objective to your left. If you died, become an engineer and pelt the objective to your left with rockets to clear it out. Get in there and make that crate go boom too. So as an attacker, you're almost there. Eliminate stragglers as you wait for permission to continue. You'll be blinded going from the dark subway to the bright Paris streets, and I recommend aiming as you emerge because there'll probably be one or two prone defenders waiting to take advantage of your temporary blindness. The final two MCOMs are fought over with two elevated roadways overlooking a central lowered roadway. The first of the final two MCOMs is in one of the buildings right in front of you. Go ahead and destroy that one as quickly as possible. If you get into the buildings, defenders will be continually running up the stairs, probably with shotguns, so watch your back. But you can cover your teammates as they assault the second objective, but the best way to get the final MCOM is to dominate the far ends of the central road. Once the MCOM is armed, defenders will have to cross that road, taking fire from two separate directions as they cross the large boulevard. Did you win? Good job. Hope you enjoyed this tips and tricks session for attackers on Operation Metro. If you have any great tips and tricks yourself, feel free to debate them in the comments below, and remember, strangers that spot don't have to talk to you, which is good. Trust me.
Wow! Let me out of my spawn, cunt! Can spawn twice into bullets. Me. Oh. Fucking RPG. Fucking hell! These cunts can shoot through walls!
My boat! My boat! My boat! My boat! My boat! My boat!
Sake, that f***ing SVD, you f***ing bullshit.
I can't win, they're just everywhere. Everywhere I go, one of them shoots me in the back.